love it if you could read that letter.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I'm Cameron Smith, work on military and veterans and emergency management for Governor Kitzhaber, a proud Marine, served 3 tours over in Iraq, glad to be home, glad to be safe. I've had an unusually long day today, but it is a privilege to be here with all of you. This letter is addressed to Belle, could have been addressed to Carol, or any number of the folks that were recognized here today. It's not true that I'm here because they said there was free massage for veterans. That's a myth. And I apologize, I'm going to have to take off a little early before the film as well, because I have a new baby at home as of a month ago. So I did all the hard work. So this is on behalf of Governor John Kitzhaber. Dear Ms. Landau, as Governor of the State of Oregon, I am pleased to offer my congratulations and thanks to the Returning Veterans Project's board, staff, donors, and volunteers for the tremendous difference you make in the lives of Oregon veterans and their families every day. By working to ensure that our servicemen and women have access to the care they need to successfully reintegrate back into their families and communities, the Returning Veterans Project provides an invaluable network of support for those that put their lives on the line to serve our state and nation. My father served in World War II. While my family was fortunate to have him return home safely, I realized that this was not the case for many of our brave service members. Some return with life-altering injuries, and too many make the ultimate sacrifice for our country. We may never repay the debt owed to those that served and their families. But the hard work and dedication of all those that make the Returning Veterans Project such a success will long be remembered by those who are helped every day through counseling, social work, medical assistance, and so much more. I want to particularly highlight the dedicated professionals who are the core of the Returning Veterans Project and who volunteer so much of their time and effort to the cause. On behalf of the state of Oregon, I thank the Returning Veterans Project for its tireless commitment to supporting our veterans and their families as they build their lives and futures in communities across Oregon. Thank you.
I'm verklempt, as my mother would say. Joe, do you want to come up? Joe is a veteran who has used our services and who told his therapist that he would like to give back in some way, so, we captured him pretty quickly. And you were a captain, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Went to West Point?
That's right.
Okay, and now you're in Portland.
That's right.
Okay, and he has a few words of thanks that he would like to say. Thank you, Cameron.
I'd like to thank Cameron first. It takes a little pressure off me to keep it together. I was a little worried about that. So in 2006, I was riding down the Baghdad-Mosul highway in a 2 Humvee convoy going from the Iraqi base I called home to the closest U.S. base for a resupply. As we crested a small rise in the landscape, we spotted a man digging a hole by the side of the road. Since step 1 of planting a roadside bomb is digging a roadside hole, he was in pretty serious danger of being shot by us. Instead of shooting him, I volunteered to go talk to him. No one else wanted to leave the armored truck, so I grabbed our interpreter and approached the man. During my tour, I was embedded with the Iraqi army, and I had managed to learn enough Arabic to say, "Assalamu alaikum, ismak Yusuf, mahada," which roughly translates to, "Hello, my name is Joseph. What the hell is this?" He started talking fast, so fast I lost most of what he said. But he pointed at the sky, at the hole, and at a mud house about 300 meters off in the distance. The interpreter finally cut him off to translate. The man wanted to run electricity to his house, and he was digging to set a pole to support the line. I took his picture, I took a picture of his ID card, I told him if I heard about any bombs going off anywhere near that spot, he would be in a world of trouble. But a few days later, we passed by, and sure enough, there was a line of poles with a string of wire trailing off to his house. Man, I'm glad we didn't shoot that guy. I shared that story with you because I'd completely forgotten it. In the years that have followed my return from Iraq, there hasn't been a day that goes by that I haven't thought about some tragedy I experienced. As a veteran with PTSD, I thought about telling you one of the many stories that force their way forward, invading the normal life I'm trying to live. Instead, I told you a story that I remembered because a returning Veterans Project counselor asked me about something good I did in Iraq. I'm pretty sure she had to ask me several times, because for a long time, I couldn't think about Iraq without having a flood of negative memories wash over me. She helped me process those depressed feelings and treated the PTSD they fuel. So now I can see some of the experience in a positive light. This isn't just my story. My wife was with me throughout my deployment. She dealt with a year of worry and uncertainty about my safety, and upon my return, I was completely different. I asked her if it was okay to share with you how sidelined she felt, how she had to put her life on hold, how she felt like her emotions didn't matter, how hard it is to live with a partner with PTSD. She said yes, undoubtedly yes. The counseling we've received has saved our marriage. We were able to get help from Returning Veterans Project when other options weren't working. Sometimes the spouses can be overlooked, but you cared for her and us even before we were married. The VA doesn't do that. War creates so many tragedies, but my marriage isn't a tragedy. We even look at Iraq and PTSD as something that has strengthened our relationship. Without your guidance, we would never have had that perspective shift. I saved that man's life in Iraq, but it's the help that I have received since coming home that has saved mine. Moreover, it has made me excited to live again. Your help has done so much for me, and I'm just one of the many veterans and spouses you serve. From all of us, thank you.